Alright, so we got two, I don't know, Diamond 3+ sort of teams scrimming each other right now. Fusion's friend. Those are my roommates. They're going ham with Valorant. Yeah, they're scrimming right now. So it's Wolfboy. Oh shit! It's Wolfboy, Fusion, Toppa, Opfi, Eclipse versus Seabass, Ramzo Wolf, Uncreative, Coggles, and Slacker. So we're gonna see. We're gonna critique mostly Fusion's play within the context of the team. We don't really care about everyone else. So we're gonna see what he does, how the team's playing. I can't hear comms or anything, so we're just looking at the positioning and what's happening around the board. So right now he's playing Phoenix. He's gambling over to B site, looks like, or he's playing the middle. I would honestly like him to pick a site and just hit, whatever site he thinks it is. So he's coming back to A. Honestly, he's really not in position right here because he wants to be in position for a flash, He wants to try to keep U-Haul control. That being said, Top is kind of popping off on the side there, having an angle. I don't think he's smoked off, so whoever the smoke player on red team is, that's kind of a cap. To not smoke that cross lane, giving him that angle, yikes, man. That's a yikes. But yeah, Fusion there, obviously very minimal impact. That was really just sort of raise in the crossfire. I think if he just anchors U-Haul there, he has opportunity to flash out and provide his utility into that push, so his teammates can get an even more impactful sort of crossfire. Okay, so he's playing triple here with the judge, pretty straightforward. Not much to do. You should flash out, judge people, or you can honestly not even flash out and judge people. Judge is just like that. Okay, so rotating over to shower, giving raise that. So this is a little bit dangerous because the timing of it was a little wonky, right? And now he's like playing with the smoke, which is really dangerous. That's, again, really kind of poor play by the team in general, and not understanding like what positions they want to commit at the start. Like they should be figuring out exactly where they want to be playing it, because if you do a mid rotation during the round like that, you're exposing yourself to timings like that where they can pop into the Phoenix smoke before you're pop into the Omen smoke before you're into it, and then something like a classic right click happens, and all of a sudden your bonus round. Because here's the thing, you should win this round, right? You don't want to get thrifted, obviously, but at this point, even if you win it, you've lost 3 guns. Like this makes your bonus round a lot worse. Like you're looking to flawless these rounds and really make it clean so that you can keep your economy and go into the next bonus round with a full bonus rather than having to rebuy. This I really don't like. I don't know why they're going for the Omen all with the Killjoy. Yeah, given that the Omen's a little bit closer, but I don't know. Maybe they have the sick Omens at play. So we'll see. We'll take an eye for that one. Alright, but yeah, so that was definitely misplayed by the team, but also Fusion. Again, I don't know if something was calm to say that I should cover showers, but again, we should be committing to positions a little earlier. That way, you don't get timing like that. So let's see, he gets full armor and nothing. He gets a buy from his team. Oh, Stinger. Okay, sure. Alright, so this time it looks like he's committing more to the shower side. Raises U-Haul. So lurking there. Yeah, so that's fine. So same thing there. Since he ran back and kind of went back into showers, he could have got timing. Like, you should really think about his position carefully here. Especially against the rifles. This peek is really dangerous. An ADS peek into that angle, I don't think is really smart. He should really just commit to an angle, and if he had not, if he hadn't jiggled that like the way he did, he could have just broke dart instantly. He wouldn't have given away like who it was, how many people, etc. Like he could have denied a little more information by just breaking the dart, making sure that no one knew. So I don't hate that flash. He gets a little bit of information. He should be telling his team that there's no one shower side anymore. There was a Sova. That should be a really big clue that they should be taking probably a person off to rotate. Okay, so they're hearing the noise on B and they're rotating. Raze goes in. That's fine. It's also his turn to start rotating.
Spike planted.
So 2v4 with Stingers, very unlikely they win this, but he should get elbow control with the Sova. He's not going to take any sort of duel from coming out of CT like that with the stinger. Like you saw how he tried to ADS into hookah. Like that's a waste of time. Like against a competent player, like he's never gonna win that fight. So he should honestly just skip that phase and go straight to elbow and see if he can pick up any exits. Yeah. It's a different story if he has like more teammates alive so that they can smoke out hookah, right, and like prevent that fight from happening, and then he can flash out of CT and go stinger close range with his into crate and such. But you know, since it was just Sova and him, I think at that point you just neglect the hookah fight. It's not worth it. All right, team. Oh, I don't like this. I didn't check the economy from the teams. Oh, I really don't like this. Like the last round was their bonus round. They should have enough for rifles here. Yeah, so obviously if he had a rifle there, it would have worked out much better. Also, you know, he's got to think about his timings. The timings on shower are really important. If he gets his timings down right, he can obviously just flash at the right moment and try to swing into it. That being said, I don't think he needs to play that round super aggressively in showers. Maybe he just tries to maintain control of it. Because, yeah, his team, you know, without that showers control, it's really hard to hold. A-Side's just going to get collapsed on. Also, I would have liked to have seen a little bit of a swap there. So right now they're playing, you know, Phoenix Rays and Sova together. Honestly, I think it's better to pair Omen Sova Phoenix together. The reason why is you can create the Omen smokes along the lane. And Phoenix can flash out of it with a recon. Raze and Killjoy should be able to lock down a site with the damage utility they have. It's much more effective at stalling. Having the Phoenix, Raze, and Sova together is kind of awkward in my opinion, because fundamentally I feel that Raze is trying to be, you know, defensive, is trying to hold, whereas your Sova and Omen and Phoenix should ideally be going aggressive with their flashes, creating space around the map, especially on Bind. The way that Bind works, I feel, is that if you give up A short control, hookah control, or B long control, or shower control, you know, the sites themselves are really small, so it's easy to get utiled out by an enemy Raze or an enemy Sova dart, you know, recon, all these sorts of things. It really pays to have a little bit of aggression so you can get more map space, force out enemy utility farther out into the map, and you know, that's kind of what I'd like to see, at least from a team. I don't know, again, how their shot calling structure is set up. I don't know if they have an IGL or if it's like individual people calling things that they want to do, etc., etc. But it might be nice for him as Fusion, the Phoenix player, to be like, hey, yo, like, you know, I think we can aggress here, right? We can do a TP play. We can aggress out B long. We can be going here. Like, they should honestly be swapping the Phoenix location every round and playing aggressive on some lane. Because that early aggression can, one, get a pick, or two, if it doesn't get a pick, it gives them more map control. It gives them a better idea of where the enemy is and what space it can control. So now, you know, he's back on this Phoenix retakes scenario. He does have the Omen to support him. Let's see if he has Flash. He does have Flash and Smoke, so, you know, this could go well. The hookah go smoked. Okay, so this is what I don't like. So in this scenario, right, what is the point of going elbow, right? There were two enemies created. There was one hookah. The hookah is smoked off, and like now he's out here alone. His teammates have died. He hasn't traded them, and like there's nothing to be said, you know? Like in that scenario there, it's much more effective to, as a team, just go out the exact same entrance, Omen flash it, and like he can even reflash it with his Phoenix flash and go out and kill the people crate. After you've cleared that, then you can worry about the hookah and long players, and maybe even the elbow, right? You can worry about the wrap, but I don't think him going elbow and just leaving his team there is the effective solution. Like you want to pare down on the utility they're using and get value out of it. All right, this round, let's see. Okay, this round they should really fight hard for shower control. He's one away from Phoenix ult, and this is like a pretty big round for their economy. So I would have liked to see a little more aggression on shower side. It looks like he was AFK for a little bit, so he's definitely not in time for that shower fight. But like he should be calling for maybe like a Sova dart out of shower to get information. If he sees no information, then maybe you can greed that orb, and then he has something to work with. Given that the enemy Cypher is lurking up, okay, this I do not like. This movement is really bad. Like he has to expect his lurker there. That's lucky. That's really lucky. And he needs to expect this enemy lurker to be there. So him stomping around like that against a competent lurker, like he
One
loses.
enemy remaining.
This is also kind of a gift because this team held on B side,
planted.
so he gets a free kill on the team there. And then he should be able to get this. He whiffs a little bit. He kind of panic whiffs, but it's fine. But yeah, that could have been a lot sloppier. I don't know. If he's the anchor player, that itself I don't know if I like per se. I think Raze is probably a better anchor player. Maybe that's not true. I don't know. I'm not sure how I like their setup and having the Phoenix be the anchor player, but I'm also not confident in there being a better setup, so I'll save that critique. But yeah, that was really dangerous. If he's the anchor player, he still needs to be wary of lurkers. He has to deny that lurker information. Him stomping around like that obviously gives him the enemy lurker quite a bit of information. Alright. Looking. What the fuck? Yikes. Looking for a big play from him here. See what he does. Kind of don't like this positioning because if he Phoenix Hills from here, he can get wall banged afterwards. Like I feel like he should be picking a position in which he knows he can get some value out of his ult. So this is picks it. That's fine. I mean, I think the enemy team was slow on that exact. So you can tell the enemy team didn't actually coordinate their owl drone tag with the Phoenix ult push here. And they're using their Phoenix to plant spike in second space. Alright, yeah, that was a little wonky. Given that was 4v5 scenario, but I still would like to see him ult there to try to clutch out.
Player standing.
And like destroy the enemy eco. Like it's not good to like even if you lose rounds,
planted.
it's still worth it to try to kill as many people as possible. That round itself was not losable, or it was not already lost. You know, like there was a chance they win that round. So I think it's worth he tries to pop ult. Like he hears Phoenix ult coming in, he might as well mirror it, try to match aggression. But for him to have done that, I think his positioning had to be different. I think he should have picked like back truck near CT. That also gives him access to U-Haul, and like if he keeps U-Haul control in that scenario, like having U-Haul control in an A retake is a lot stronger because you have that information that they can't be U-Haul if you have that control. It forces them into bench, triple, shower, A short, and that's a lot easier to clear than having to reclaim U-Haul control. Okay, so they swapped him onto B. Same thing here. I would have liked to see the long presence. I mean, this is pretty typical Pug. Phoenix flashes long. He doesn't actually have to peek it per se, but to just flash it and get information is pretty useful, I'd say. So he has that information. If his position was a little further up, he could have been in a position to flash and maybe punish the Cypher. But he's not. He's playing a really passive position, and again, as a Phoenix player, I think the ideal is that you have some sort of activity here. Like you want to utilize his utility to gain information, maybe get picks, and create map space. Whereas in this scenario, he's not getting a lot of that map space and control.
Sorry, bro.
Good shot. Good to punish the Cypher. And then the enemy team TPs anyways. This ult maybe is a little bit early, but I don't hate it. And they're not ready for it. So he gets one.
One enemy remaining.
And that should be enough to kill him. But yeah. So you'll notice throughout the round though, he didn't use any of his utility, right? And like that itself may not be necessarily a problem, but I think against better teams, you're going to be forced to use more utility to like pick up kills and do the things that you want to do. The enemy team really should have been ready for some sort of push because they heard the Phoenix ult go off, and they're kind of just running through hookah with her like knives out or like whatever utility. Arbor, cool. Not in position. I don't know. I think is he playing like a mid rotator position? It's kind of weird. Yeah, he's playing. I personally do not like the mid rotator position. It's too passive for me to like. Like I think you should be working map control and getting more space. Like what if your Phoenix was B garden here? Like he'd be positioned to actually flash a bunch of people. this moment, same thing. Like I'd like to see him go onto site and like get into crates and maybe push into garden and like flash and like get that space. Like now his team doesn't really have that space and he's kind of stuck in his spawn. Okay, there's the owl drone. Get ready to dodge. Was not ready to dodge. So he definitely should have pathed back to his spawn so that he was safe from shower side. And then, you know, if he'd done that a little bit quicker, he could have dodged the Sova for sure. Their Sova was actually really poorly positioned for his ulti, because he also should have been back probably near his spawn so that he could send it off. So this TP is actually a little bit troll, considering they could have planted. That swarm was a little bit early, considering it got one, but
Spike planted.
It's just a little troll from both sides, I think. Okay, you can't be there. The timing's. Oh, he had to half it. There's no way he wins this. He's scared of that, but like.
Destroyed.
Nah, he waited too long. He had to half it the first time.
Right here.
Nice diffusion. Alright, so hopefully this round he actually goes somewhere and does something with his flashes rather than just kind of sit and spawn. Like, he's not using any of his utility to help his team and hold spaces. Like, you can't do this. You can't play this mid-rotator gambling position. It's not, like... No, it's like, it's not good. This is not good. Like, this is so greedy. Like, you can't play this sort of positioning. Like, look, like, even if he gambles, like, he's early to site, right? But it doesn't matter. Like, what if he was just A site anyways? Like, does it really matter if he was B site? He doesn't have control of anything. Like, he's playing retake anyways. Like, his 1 in 4 people are coming over, and like, they're gonna be just about at the same timing as him. And he even dies here. Okay, the first thing he should do when he gets open flash is not necessarily pull out a molly. Like, Phoenix only takes forever to take out. He doesn't have time for that.
Last player.
Nice shots by Wolf Boy. Doesn't matter. Like, please, 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 stop playing this mid-rotator gambling position. It's so bad. Like, work around the map, get space for your team, do things, be active, get information, try to look for picks early into the round, use your utility, create counter aggression, do something. Don't do nothing as Phoenix. Like, you'll notice again that round he had all his utility and none of it was really utilized. He tried to utilize his molly and he just didn't have time for it and died. But that's because he's not set up in a position in which he can actually use his utility and get value. You can imagine if he was actually U-haul or A short or truck, he could toss out that molly and stall the push for a little bit. And that buys time for an additional rotation or whatever. So same thing, not in position for flashing the orb. He does get one here, but doesn't connect. Has to wide swing out probably, a little harder. Or maybe just got unlucky, hard to tell. Alright, so this guy was gifted. No, just kidding, that's a killjoy. Oh, the Raze. The Raze got darted out. So yeah, they're having some really A problems here. And again, I think the problem here is like, on bind, the site's really small. You generally speaking want to push some sort of area and get control of it so that you have more space to work with. Getting showers control, double swinging it, committing utility to it, whether it's, you know, smokes or recon or, you know, Phoenix flashes, anything, honestly, is fine. Anything on bind to get more map control. And force the enemy to use more of their utility earlier into the round rather than right onto site. Because if you wait until site, like, it's too small. It's so small. Alright, so enough critiquing about being more active and stuff like that. I'm just going to critique how he is playing. Because obviously this playstyle judgment isn't going to change right now. Trying to break the drone for his teammate. I don't even know if he ends up breaking it. That's a nice shot to punish.
That's
Nice
done.
shot. I don't know, the NA team's kind of doing some weird strat into elbow.
One enemy remaining.
It doesn't really matter though. It's just kind of weird that they're doing this. I mean,
Switching sides.
clean shots. I don't have much to say. Enemy positioning is kind of weird. They're hovering, you know? They're kind of like sitting in guard and being indecisive. And then they're doing this set play with the Phoenix Wall that doesn't look, that I'm not sure what it's supposed to accomplish. Like, I get that you're supposed to wrap into elbow and, like, you know, maybe surround sight, but if your two players on garden side die because they're peeking before your players are in elbow and you're ready to execute a wrap, then I don't know. Kind of wild. Alright, I don't like this. He's an entry fragger, frenzy, 2 flashes, or flash wall. Your ghost means that you're probably gonna play Puggy. Like, you're going out into sight with a ton of smokes. Like, Frenzy, I think, is definitely the better play. And with Frenzy, you get 2 pieces of utility. Flashed out. Kind of missed the timing of it, you know? Like, jumping out of it was slow. But, whatever.
One enemy remaining.
Okay. So the one situation in which it was helpful, it actually helped. A little greedy. It was fine. Not much to say. I think his team fragged out. Picked up the last 2. This team doing A take. Should be closer to the front so he can flash out for his team. He needs to be ready. Okay, so where the drone turns around that corner, he should be ready to flash around that corner as soon as that drone makes contact, whether it tags or not. That way, if there is a person there, they're guaranteed dead. So he's watching U-Haul's Bulldog. This is smart. And he gets classic. Okay. Well, that is unfortunate. I think it's smart that they didn't push U-Haul, so, but it would have been nice if they cleared out Shower a little quicker, got more control of the map. That way he wouldn't have been stock bucket. Getting gone to bench, got a better angle on U-Haul. He also could have mollied it. Just for insurance, like give a little more time so that you can get plant down and get positionings, post plant positionings. I don't know. This seems to be like this is a constant theme to me, at least. It looks like he's not using any of his utility, and that to me is like wrong because you're going to need your utility to create advantages against better players. If everyone in a low level scrim is like not using their utility well, then like, you know, obviously it doesn't matter as much. Just frag people. But against better opponents, like you need utility to create better advantages. Otherwise, okay, and now he's playing Lurk Phoenix. Oh god. Oh god. Alright, you gotta clear that left corner better, man. That was weird. I don't like that peek. With Deagle's there and he peeked it like that, I think he dies. Same thing. I don't know, man.
Spike
You
planted.
should commit harder for
One
the
enemy remaining.
raise skill.
Careful now. Here. Here. Here.
He's the only person, like, in this round now that can't actually buy a gun. This is important because he has Phoenix on 1. Like, as a team right now, calling a strategy, I don't know who their IGL is, but, like, you're looking to get that Phoenix on and, like, ult into a site with Killjoy. Or, like, I don't know, Killjoy, wait, and then get site, and then post-plant, Phoenix ult. These are fine. But, like, now he doesn't have money.
Let's go. Cheers.
Coop's trying to buy him a gun, but, like, look. Why are you buying another Bulldog that round? Just get a Stinger. Or Deagle. Okay, they're taking U-Haul control. Same thing. Not ready to really flash out corner. Should wall maybe for his team. A little bit of extra utility and space so that he doesn't lose people from showers. Playing really passive right now, and like, you know, he's stuck in this cubby. Like, his team's trying to get his site control. I mean, given that he's really good at waiting for these picks to happen, but again, I don't know if I like it. Same thing, he should molly CT so he gets more time and space. I guess he's AFK right now for a little bit. Or he's gonna jump spot? I don't know. I don't see why you wouldn't molly CT to buy a little bit of time. Obviously check it with your gun first. He just got his own killed.
Come on, let's go.
Now he has to commit ult.
One enemy remaining.
Nice peek. Nice shot. So his aim's fine. But like, he's the hookah player holding hookah. He's letting people run out of CT for free. His teammates should be making contact on that, or I guess they're playing spike defuse. In which case, he should still be holding, like, probably left side, holding that hookah jump from the box. And then on tap, then he can come out of the left side and like walk up, and then like also fight the spike diffuser. I don't know. His positioning to me was weird, you know? And his Omen just kind of jumps in thinking everything's clear and he gets dorked. I don't know why the Omen's taking that fight either. Like, he's a smoke player, he's dying, and now his team doesn't have smokes for this round. I mean, this isn't terrible. They have the right idea. They're trying to get into A because of the rotations, but it's like awkward. You know, Phoenix or Killjoy are in different parts of the map, and there you go, the spike's down. So I don't know why Killjoy and Phoenix was separated. Like, they should have thought of this game or this rotation as a tandem duo for sure. Like, there's no way that they decided that the best course of option was for them to split and for one to go into hookah side so that they could drop spike like that. Like, there's no way that's actually what they comped. Like, it's crazy.
Last player standing.
Because this is what cost the game, or this round. Like, given that it was already down 1, but like they can win that round, you know? There's no need for them to split up there. Like, why are the Killjoy and Phoenix splitting? And like, it's his job as like the entry fragger to like start clearing that space if what his Killjoy wants is like to take market control. Yeah, because he took a longer rotation through Valley so that he'd get to showers, which was safe. But yeah, as like the Phoenix player, yeah, maybe his job is just to flash into market there and like clear left and right. And if it's clear, then you keep going. You fly up A short, and if you die there, then you die there. But at least he did it as like a duo rather than just like leaving your Killjoy to try to do it by himself. So that round could have been pretty impactful as like the Phoenix player and like using his utility, because it's okay to clear that space with him. I really don't like this buy. He's getting heavy shields and a ghost as an entry. Okay, it worked.
Off spike carrier down.
So if they know one's TP and one's guarding Spike, then they should be
Last
looking
player
to
standing.
get Spike ASAP. Instead, they do that. So that's a positioning error from him and his teammate, where they should be looking to secure the objective as soon as possible. They have raise ult, so if they get to Spike and are able to get it into a plant, the round is very winnable. Instead, he's burning utility, a flash there, to re-peek a person that doesn't need to be re-peeked. Like, he can save that utility for a different situation that is more important to furthering like the ability for him to win this round with his teammate, rather than to use it just like to peek again. Or he can use it to like get out to the other side and then wrap like whatever way to get to the objective, which is a spike. Like him flashing there to try to get a kill doesn't accomplish anything. The first kill was fine. Alright, so full buy finally. We've really been sitting, I feel like, on that Killjoy ult for a little bit. I really haven't counted when the last time they used Killjoy ult was. I don't even know if they used it on defense. They used it once. I lied. I think they used it once. But fair. But anyways, regardless, they really need to be thinking about using their ults as a team. Whatever combination they think is right, and we'll win them around. That's up to the IGL. And then Fusion should be playing off those ultimates and, pathing accordingly. So again, this is really bad. He's like doing something else on the side, like he's all tabbing or something, but it's really bad to be late to the barriers, because you gotta think about the timings for things. Like his teammate just got screwed there, And Seabass right now is a good example of like Phoenix play that I'd like to see. Like he flashed that corner, he delay flashed it, double peeked, gotta pick off it, and like now this round is like hectic, It's like they're down one. It doesn't feel good, because if they had a set play with the Raze ult, they don't have it anymore. Like your Raze is dead. And ideally Fusion would have been set up in a better position so that he could have supported, maybe traded out on the Phoenix flash rather than like where he was positioned, because he was late to the barriers because of being out tabbed or whatever.
Going up.
So weird wall. Other Phoenix flash contacts off this audio cue. I don't know if that's right. I don't know. Like he used the wall. Like he needs to make a play, but he's letting his Killjoy kind of like lead the engagement,
30
which
seconds left.
I mean is not really correct.
Last player standing.
Gets double swung. Like if he's committing Phoenix wall there, like he's giving an audio cue to the enemy team, right? So he needs to also commit to something if he's gonna use that utility. I don't know. He's passively sitting in hookah looking to do something, but I don't know what it is. Like he needs to decide. Like how are you gonna get that kill? Like if you don't like hookah, pick a different entrance. Go long. I don't know. Use your time efficiently to create some sort of positioning in which you feel comfortable entering onto the site and like looking for a pick. Because in my opinion, again I don't play that much Phoenix. In my opinion though, like wall on long to separate elbow and sight is decent. Look for elbow control, try to kill that person, then come back side and plant. Alright, go! Flash! Doesn't matter. Flash! Doesn't matter. Okay, your Killjoy is just entering. Go! Why are you scared? Go! Forget your utility. I hate it.
Last
Like,
player
he needs to
standing.
be faster. Like, he needs to be faster so he can get space for his team. They're trapped in the smoke, he flashed out already, and he's still sitting in the after the flash. Like, go! Stop, like go. Like why are you getting, what is your molly supposed to accomplish here? What are you trying to util out? Like you already used a piece of util, now go.
Thirty seconds left.
Okay, well that omen made an audio cue, so that was kind of a troll. All right, well, this is last round. He has Phoenix ult in 1, as per usual. So, you know, it would have been nice to have a full buy here, but we'll see what he does. Again, hopefully they really need to get a set play with their Raze ult and Killjoy ult. They need to utilize these things to try to win the rounds, and those are pieces of utility that they're
Don't
not
hold back.
using. It's really frustrating too that Fusion's been on the Spectre like for what feels like half the rounds. Alright, so Raze is clearing left, he's clearing right. Checks that. Checks right. Okay. Flash out. Gets one with it.
Come on, let's go.
That is probably one of the worst things I've ever seen. Alright, so their smokes player is trolling. Why are there not... Yeah, they're the smokes. Too late. Like, why is he smoking so late for his team? If they're really on the same page and execing together, why are the smokes not there when he's jumping out of hookah? Like, they should be there. So that would have prevented, you know, his death. He tried something cheeky. He tried to Phoenix ult because he knew he was gonna die, so he could stall more time just to die again. If this wasn't the last round, he would have just lost Phoenix ult and given the other guy, like, I don't know, like, wild. Okay, so, I mean, technically speaking, that's the end of this map. Which is really tragic how it ended, because, I mean, the flash out is fine, you know, but, like, look, you gotta wait for your smokes. And, like, if your smokes player is not on the same page as you, like, yell at him. Tell him that you need to be at the right smokes. And don't try to, like, save the situation by ulting like that. It's weird. Just die, man. Just shoot him and die. Like, that's all you can do. Can't do anything cheeky. Alright. So that was that.